I know the team that they played the first time, but they've got some downhill players, and they'll drive you and drive you. And I thought they made some tough shots, but to hold them, like 36, we held them to three, I think 25%, which was good. Again, we're sharing the ball, 23 assists, over 50%. That's good. The number that always sticks out and concerns me is our rebounding numbers. That we should be dominating in a rebounding game like this, and we're not. So that's something we've got to get better at. But it was great. It was great to see James White, Eric Vanderheiden. Both of them are going to be really good players here. And it's good to see James get going. He's a talented guy. And Ty Fagan, almost 5 or 6 guys in double figures. I think you're going to see a lot from this team, those kind of numbers throughout the year.
Question for Coach.
Hey, Kermit, can you tell us a little bit about Austin? What his health's like? He had a great first half.
Yeah, just cramps. It was cramps, and he did. He's shooting it at a high level. Didn't shoot as well in the second half, but he really is. 9 assists, 1 turnover. Jarkel 7 assists, 0 turnovers. So Austin is making shots, but he's doing a lot of other things. Really, really well.
What's the difference in him? It looked like first 2 years he seemed unable to put this type of performance back to back.
Yeah, Parrish, all I can say is that athletes it's just different paths. It's just different amount of experience. He stuck right with it. He loves Ole Miss. He wants to be a really good player here. I think his strength level is a lot better. He's now at about 194. We're trying to get him to 200. I think he's just more confident, and the first year he's kind of playing behind Brian and Devontae, and now, it's his time, and he's taking full advantage of it.
It's 2 games, but are you seeing what you hope to see out of them, kind of leading the offense and Crowley and joining?
Yeah, and I think Luis Rodriguez, I don't think we've seen his best yet. Jamin, I thought, shot some good balls tonight in the first half. We need to get him to where he's confident and makes threes. All those shots were good, because he really stretched at the 4, same way with Sammy. But yeah, I think those perimeters, and Matt Morrell's in double figures tonight. So, those experienced guys, they should be making progress, and I think they are, and we'll get tested for sure in Charleston.
You mentioned White and Fagan in Ruffin's absence. Who are some of those guys maybe that you may count on or expect more out of this next month or so?
We got to get Nas more touches. Got to get more touches from Nas. He only shot 2 balls tonight. We got to do a much better job with that. He's got to post harder, roll harder, go the offensive boards. But we've been trying to make it a priority, and we didn't get that done. I thought Robert Allen's energy level flipped the game when we brought him in. And there'll be times I've started Robert in the second half. A lot of times I may start, bring Robert off the bench. I just love his projection when we come in the game. He just affects our team's energy, So there's a lot of different guys. We got 11 guys that are available to play. Grant Slatton he comes off his foot, and he's fought strep and some bad temperatures, and he's just getting back probably really today.
When you have depth, that you might not have had before, how does the game plan change?
Matt, I think that obviously we're trying to play at a higher pace, and now that'll be seen when we start playing the Marquettes and the SECs of the world, and because now you got to be able to guard and rebound to be able to play at a fast pace. But we're still figuring out rotations. I really am, and I think sometimes it'll depend on maybe matchups. They stretch 4, bigger 4, who we may start, different lineups that'll change. But I've always, even my really, really good middle teams, we'd play as much as 11 guys. So, 9, 10, 11, we could play all these guys.
Kermit, you talked about pace. 25 fast break points tonight. Is this team where you want them to be pace-wise, or do you want them to play faster?
Yeah, I think it was good. I thought we shot some good rhythm balls on the break from 3. I think the ball got to get out of our hands, and we pitch it ahead. Good things happen to us in the break. We're really fast. When that ball pitched, a lot of times we'd take the ball, when that ball, boom, went ahead, then we got advantages and really played. So I think our pace is good. I don't know how many possessions we had tonight, but I think our guys feel comfortable about it. The biggest thing is that we're playing at a much faster pace and, knock on wood, really taking care of the ball.
Do you think the increase in pace has helped you with the 3-point shooting as well?
I do. And I think we're just more confident. Jarkel's a lot more confident this year than this time last year. AC the same way. Matt, Ty Fagan can shoot the ball. So I just think we got some guys. I know Jamin Brakefield is going to really shoot it. Robert Allen has worked his tail off. He's got to be able to make pick and pop threes. So, but it's the second straight game, isn't that right? We've made over 9 threes, which if we can do that, then I think our team's pretty effective.
You see out of the second half, only 2 turnovers, a little bit cleaner game. From your perspective, what you see was the difference?
Yeah, I didn't think we rebounded the ball. They got some offensive rebounds. I thought we really got, in transition. I just thought we were much better. Thought the ball flowed much better. We played downhill, and then, we made some shots out of the break. But I just thought defending, it was good. And like I said, when you can play fast and not turn it over, that's a good feeling, that you're going to get shots at the goal.
Any further questions for Coach?
Coach, you limited the team that scored. I think they scored like over 100 last
118.
night. Yeah, to 68. So what does that really say about the style of defense you're playing?
Yeah, because when you get 118 is 118. I don't care who you play. It is. And so I thought but the biggest thing was that I didn't think we got back very well defensively against UNO. So I thought our half-court defense got set, that they just didn't get balls in transition and lay balls in. So we made them run half-court offense, and that was the big key for that. Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Up next,